The ability to read and understand and comprehend what you're reading is made up of several mini skills that students need to learn independently and then stack on each other so that they can fully read and comprehend the text. One of those skills is understanding the main idea, being able to identify it, as well as supporting details. It might seem pretty straightforward to us as adults, but for middle school students, identifying the main idea and its supporting details can get a little difficult, to say the least. However, it is a pillar to understanding the passage in general. So, first of all, let's start with what the main idea is. It is what the passage is mostly about. So you can understand that if your student can't even identify the main idea, they have no idea what to focus on in the passage. The next part of the main idea is the supporting details. So if they can't identify the main idea, it's straight downhill from there because then they won't be able to identify the supporting details, which are the facts from the text that can help them prove the main idea. So basically, the main idea is the overarching idea, and then the supporting details come in and provide facts, reasoning that support that. So let me show you how you can practice this skill with your student. I have a passage here that we'll read through and then we'll identify the main idea, kind of do a talk through of identifying the main idea and the supporting details. So every Wednesday after school, Maya goes to the community garden with her grandfather. First, she pulls weeds from the tomato beds. Next, she waters the cucumber plants and checks for ripe vegetables. At the end of each visit, Maya writes notes in a small notebook that she can remember what the garden needs the next time. Even though the work can be tiring, Maya feels proud when she helps the garden grow. So here's an example of how I would talk through this with my students. First, ask the question, what is the passage mostly about? And then, if they can't explicitly say the correct answer, go through and do some process of elimination. It's not mostly about tomatoes. It's not mostly about cucumbers. It's not mostly about her grandfather until you get to it's mostly about Maya helping in the community garden every week. So once they have identified the main idea, then you can go back to the text with your student and ask them to identify some supporting details. So I like to take this sentence by sentence. So every Wednesday after school, Mia goes to the community garden with her grandfather, is the main idea. She goes to the community garden. First, she pulls weeds from the tomato beds. Is that a supporting detail? Does that describe or support the fact that she goes to the garden every week? Yes, it does. Next, she waters the cucumber plants and checks for ripe vegetables. Another supporting detail. She writes in a small notebook so she can remember what the garden needs next time. That's another supporting detail. So that's three supporting details right there, sentence by sentence, that basically follow the main idea. Now, it doesn't always flow in this pattern. That's why you need to go sentence by sentence through the paragraph to help your student identify, is this proof that she is going to the garden every week and that's the main idea? If it is, then it's a supporting detail. And typically, what I have them do is we highlight the main idea in yellow, and then with our pink highlighter, we do the supporting ideas. It's hard for me to do on the screen recording, but I will slip in a screen that shows you what that will look like. This is one of the exact skills that I practice in my quick Hits workbook with short passages that help students build comprehension without feeling overwhelmed. Reading is hard and learning to read is hard, and many of us discount how hard it is for students because it comes so easily to us. If your student needs more practice on skills just like this, encourage you to purchase my Quick Hits workbook. I do have it on Amazon, but you can get a digital download for much cheaper. I have the digital download linked in my bio for $10. It includes 60 passages and multiple choice questions as well as extended response questions. And I'm super proud of it and very excited to share it with you. That's okay if you're not ready to pull the trigger on purchasing. I have some freebies linked in my bio, so go check those out and let me know what you think. And also let me know what other literacy skills your student needs support with. Be sure to subscribe and do all of the things. Leave me a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one.